Okay, I don't know how well I can get this on camera, but you see all the new wood. This is all where I've been chipping away. Somebody acroglassed the action on this stock. They only did the front receiver ring, and near as I can tell, the only reason they did it is to raise the barrel up out of the barrel channel. And if you notice, this barrel channel is tapered, so it's for a sporter barrel. So I'm going to have a bit of a gap there, so I'll deal with that at a later date. But I couldn't fit the action in there. So I've got everything kind of chipped out down where it needs to be, except for right in this groove. I got to find my die grinder and grind about. Oh, there's probably 3-4 millimeters, so 3/16 of an inch of stuff that's got to come out of there to let that action set down where it's supposed to be. So I'm gonna get the grinder and die grinder if I can find it, and I'll see about setting up the camera. Alright, we'll see how well this goes. I got a little narrow cutter on there. Okay, I just hit wood. Hopefully you got to see some of that. I'm down to wood in a couple of spots. This particular cutter, this is one that I modified quite heavily. It used to be a lot longer. This cuts really well sideways, but it doesn't plunge real well because I got the ends kind of ground off. Anyway, I might have to switch to a different style to get the rest of it, but I'll show you the finished product when I'm done. Alright, so after about a half an hour of frigging around, this is all cleaned out, and I made a new hole here. If you look on the bottom, they said, and I think they're probably right, that these were 2 holes for sling swivels, and I was hoping that would line up with the front barrel screw, but it didn't. Anyway, so I drilled a pilot hole for that. I'll have to open that up later on. I got some special bits for doing that. These 2 holes here I'll clean up and fill with acroglass or some type of a filler, and I'm going to rebed this whole area here and back in here to an extent, but I can't do very much back here because it's got a side safety. So maybe just up in here, maybe in here. Wherever I can stick some, I'll stick some. But today's December 26th, so I can't get anything to do that for a couple days till stores open. But anyway, I got this far, and I'll show you it back in stock. So it's setting pretty much where it's supposed to be. Now, prior to removing all this, this was setting up about that far. The entire serial number on the barrel was visible, and at the end it was actually out of the stock. So it's setting where it's supposed to be again. And yeah. Oh, one other thing. These here, I don't know if you remember last time seeing the stock, there was a white bead and a red bead, or red bead and a white bead, whichever case it was. Anyway, I think it was white for safe and red for fire. I assume what they did is they drilled in and they put some epoxy in there, or like a piece of plastic, epoxied it in, and they just left it sticking out. What they actually did was they drilled just a little indent and they put colored bobby pins in there. So when I tried to grind them flat, the heads just shattered. But I will inset something in there to fill those and color code them. So, and before, especially taking it off, because the bead was right there, it was kind of hard to get on the safety, but it's pretty good now. Anyway, that's all I got for this video. I'll show you guys when I get the rest of it done.